Narcissistic Personality Disorder, or NPD. You've probably heard people say narcissist casually. Maybe about someone who's self-centered or loves attention. But narcissism as a personality disorder goes far beyond just being selfish. It's a mental health condition that can deeply impact the lives of those around the person who has it. So, what is narcissistic personality disorder, exactly? Well, think of a person who's constantly putting themselves on a pedestal, almost like they're the main character in every story. That's a bit like someone with NPD. They need to feel special and admired, often at any cost. This isn't about confidence or self-assurance. It's about a deep need for validation and control over others. One of the biggest traits of NPD is a lack of empathy. Empathy is what allows us to connect with other people, to feel what they're feeling. But a person with NPD struggles with this. They don't understand or genuinely care about other people's emotions, and they'll often put their own needs ahead of anyone else's. Imagine going through something difficult and opening up to a narcissist. Instead of support, you might get a response that somehow shifts the focus back to them, or worse, minimizes what you're going through. This lack of empathy makes it hard for them to form deep, genuine relationships. Another hallmark of NPD is an exaggerated sense of entitlement. People with NPD often believe they deserve special treatment or that they're above the rules everyone else follows. For example, they might cut in line or expect others to drop everything to meet their needs. They view themselves as exceptional, which leads them to disregard boundaries, ignore others' needs, and even take advantage of people they see as weaker or less important. People with NPD also tend to have a fragile ego, which means they're extremely sensitive to any form of criticism. Even small comments or disagreements can make them feel threatened, and they'll respond by lashing out, blaming others, or even twisting the truth to avoid feeling wrong or less than. It's like they're wearing a mask of confidence, but underneath, they're deeply insecure, and they'll go to great lengths to protect that image. If you've ever had someone overreact to a simple mistake or comment, you might have witnessed a narcissistic injury, where they feel personally attacked by even the smallest criticism. NPD can also manifest as a constant need for control and manipulation. People with this disorder are skilled at getting what they want, often using charm, guilt, or even intimidation to control others. For example, they might flatter someone excessively to gain their trust or play the victim to make others feel guilty and give in to their demands. These tactics might not be obvious at first, but over time, they create an exhausting dynamic where people around them feel like they're always catering to the narcissist's needs. Living with or dealing with someone who has NPD can be challenging. Relationships often feel one-sided, draining, and even toxic. A person with NPD usually doesn't seek help, because in their mind, they're not the problem. Everyone else is. This makes the disorder especially difficult to manage, not just for the person affected, but for their friends, family, and even co-workers. But it's important to know that narcissism exists on a spectrum. Not every narcissist has narcissistic personality disorder, and people can show narcissistic traits without having a full-blown personality disorder. True NPD is relatively rare and usually requires a diagnosis from a mental health professional. Understanding these behaviors can help protect you and guide you in setting boundaries. Narcissistic personality disorder is not just a quirk or something to brush off. It's a real condition that can have serious consequences for those involved. If you find yourself affected by someone with these tendencies, knowing the signs and understanding the disorder can help you manage your relationship with them, or even help you decide if stepping away is the best option.